Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the big business world. And today we've got a finding that tells us a board member is stepping down, but what does that really mean for Centene? This is a current report, meaning something significant has happened and the company needs to tell the public right away. The main news here is about a director leaving the company. So Thomas R. Greco, a director, is resigning. This isn't happening today, it's effective a little later in August. He's also leaving two important committees, the Compensation and Talent Committee, which sounds like it deals with how employees and executives are paid, and the Governance Committee, which probably looks at how the company is run and its rules. Now, the reason he's leaving is pretty straightforward. He's taken on a new big job as the CEO of another company, Fleet Pride. This makes sense. You can't usually be running one major company and also have a full-time role on the board of another, especially if your new CEO role demands a lot of your attention. And importantly, the filing states this is not because of any fights or disagreements with Centene or its board. This is a clean departure driven by his new career commitment. Now, here's a bit of a consequence of his departure. Once he leaves, the total number of directors on the board will go down from whatever it was before to 9. This means the board is getting a little smaller. Sometimes companies do this to streamline decision making, or it could just be a natural consequence of one person leaving. Centene stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which is one of the biggest and most well-known stock markets in the world. This tells us they are a publicly traded company, meaning their shares are available for anyone to buy. Now, looking at this filing, it's pretty short and focuses on a single event, the departure of a director. There are no financial tables here to dig into, which is a bit different from our usual deep dives. Usually these filings will include things like revenue, profit, and losses from the last quarter or year. Those numbers tell us if the company is growing, making money, and how well it's managed financially. However, what we can gather is that Centene is making active decisions about its board structure. A board of directors is like the captain's crew of a ship. They oversee the company's strategy, make big decisions, and ensure the company is run ethically and legally. When a director leaves, especially one on key committees like compensation and governance, it can signal a few things. It could mean that the work of those committees is being absorbed by the remaining members, or perhaps they are looking to appoint a new director with specific expertise. The reduction in board size to 9 might suggest a move towards a more streamlined governance structure. This can sometimes lead to quicker decision making, but it can also mean less diversity of thought if not managed carefully. Without the financial details, it's hard to say if this director's departure is related to the company's performance. However, typically a seasoned director like Mr. Greco, who is moving into a CEO role, is likely respected. His departure is due to taking on a higher profile role elsewhere, which implies he had the skills and experience valued by another company. Centene is a big player in the managed care industry, providing health insurance and related services. Companies in this sector are always navigating complex regulations, healthcare costs, and competition, director changes, while sometimes routine can be a chance to reassess internal structures and leadership priorities. The fact that this is reported on a Form 8K means it's a significant event. While a single director leaving might not seem like a huge deal on its own, the board composition and the committees they serve on are critical to a company's long-term health and strategic direction. The committees Mr. Greco was on focus on executive pay and company rules, which are fundamental to how a company operates and how it's viewed by investors and regulators. So what's my take on this? Centene is making a change in its board structure. The reason given is professional advancement for the departing director, which is a common and usually benign reason in the corporate world. The reduction in board size suggests a potential effort to be more agile. However, without seeing the financial results or knowing who will replace him or if anyone will, it's difficult to make a judgment on whether this is a positive, though changes might align with the company's overall performance and strategy. Alright, that's our quick look at this Centene filing. What's your opinion on board changes and how they might impact a company? Let me know in the comments below. If this breakdown was helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe for more straightforward corporate insights. Don't forget to join our Discord community, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll decode the next report soon.